Ragweed poses a problem in many cornfields across the United States. It's a competitive weed that grows quickly and, if left uncontrolled, can cause total crop loss. Two main types, common ragweed and giant ragweed, pose problems for growers.
The major differences between giant ragweed and common ragweed: one, you start from the seed. Giant, they both have this crown-like seeds. However, the seeds from giant ragweed are usually bigger than the common ragweed. The second thing would be the leaf structure. So this is a leaf of a giant ragweed plant, and the giant ragweed has this large leaves, usually with either 3 or 5 lobes in here. So you can see this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lobes. If you're looking at a common ragweed plant, it has way more lobes, kind of a smaller leaves there. They're almost like fern-like leaves. And the other feature there, just as the name says, giant ragweed will usually grow much taller than your common ragweed.
Giant ragweed and common ragweed are hardy weeds that can withstand adverse environmental conditions. Giant ragweed in particular causes more problems for growers in the eastern Corn Belt. It's important for growers to identify and tackle the problem early to prevent yield loss.
Giant ragweed and common ragweed, they have both evolved resistance to herbicides that are commonly used in corn and soybean production across the Midwest. There have been confirmation of atrazine resistance, ALS resistance, PPO resistance, and glyphosate resistance in common ragweed. And populations of giant ragweed have been confirmed resistant to ALS and glyphosate. So it's important to understand whether you have resistance in your farm or not, because that's going to dictate your herbicide programs. We're always encouraging farmers to use multiple effective modes of action. And if you already have resistance in your farm, the glyphosate and ALS chemistry will probably not be considered effective.
While some giant ragweed populations across the Midwest have shown resistance to both ALS and glyphosate, some populations show resistance to one or the other. Knowing about the specific resistance, if it exists, is crucial for growers in accurately adjusting their herbicide program. In addition to using post-emergence herbicides, however, growers also need to think about using an effective pre-emergence herbicide program and to perform other management strategies, such as pre-plant cultivation or using cover crops, to suppress weeds and help prevent herbicide resistance.
Over the years, I think growers have relied tremendously on post-emergence herbicides. I don't think we've taken as much advantage of the pre's as we should. So moving forward here, bring those pre-emergence, effective pre-emergent herbicides into your herbicide portfolio will take you a long ways. And once that pre is down, we recommend farmers to be constantly scouting their fields, 2-3 weeks after that pre-application. If you start weeds breaking through your residual program there, that would be an ideal time to come back with an effective post-emergence herbicide program, combining multiple effective herbicides. So if we do a good job now keeping our weeds under control, down the road we're going to be more likely to successfully control them and guarantee our yield potential. So it's always, this kind of a long-term investment here, kind of looking down the road.
Learn more about our herbicides on the cropscience.bayer.us website.